to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. Three amigos ready to run this town. Welcome to the Ball Studio, where the fun begins. George, Brock, and Jay talking NFL with their friends. So grab a drink, sit back, let's dive into the show. The Ball Studio, fam, we're ready to go.
Welcome back. Let's go. We are back for another week of the Vault Studio podcast.
That was an aggressive let's go.
I'm just going with the intro, mate. You put all this work into the intro.
That frightened me a little bit, man.
I just want to... Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
We're joined again. Georgie boy, welcome along. And James. Welcome back, James. How are we, mate?
Why are you calling me James?
Welcome to your own house.
Okay, Jim.
Jim's good. Jimothy.
Okay, Jimothy. Nah, we are back for another week, boys.
Hey, boys, week 3 done and
Week
dusted.
3 done, yep. Before we get stuck into this, like the YouTube, ring the bell, subscribe, do all that stuff. Like the
to our
Spotify. Patreon, link in bio. It's underneath Dalatzilla in the bio.
Also, yeah, go to Dullatzilla's OnlyFans.
Yep, make sure to subscribe to that. We're trying to get a little bit extra money into the Vault Studio podcast.
Yeah, these lats aren't made for nobody, you know what I mean?
All the money we get from that goes straight back into the podcast. If
What
you're on the
is
Patreon,
happening right now?
Don't you know?
George, please be quiet. If you, that's funny, Brock. If you do subscribe to Patreon, we'll spin the wheel. Red Cup betting Sundays, 25 voucher at the Sporting Globe. Love the sponsorship. Thank you very much.
Oh, shout out to Sporting Globe. Yeah.
Let's get stuck into it. James, run us to the top. First up. Oh, you know what? We have a listener clip.
Oh,
Yes, we
yes.
Jar, our man, our favourite Irishman.
He,
Take it away.
he's the only Irishman I know, but he's still my favourite. Shout out to
Irish.
Jer.
Jar, run
Are
it.
you?
Yeah, I'm half Irish.
Okay. That's not your fault.
Gentlemen,
That's why my
boss man has got on to me and said that if we want to make this a regular thing, it needs to be below a minute. So, let's go. Jer from not Dublin this week, but Rome, Italy, going to go ahead with what I'm going to call the Rapid Ravens review for the week. Simply put, double-digit lead blown again, secondary gone missing, Dallas nearly got back in it, but Derrick Henry had a day. Realistically, lads, I couldn't give a shit. I was in bed early to get up for an early flight to come and see Rome. And realistically, who gives a fuck? I'm in Rome. Lads, have a good week. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.
I love you, Jer. Love the weekly Ravens wrap up. I love it. Jer's Ravens wrap up. Make
Hey.
it a thing. Let's do it.
Are we officially international now after that? We're getting a shout out from Rome, Italy.
Yeah.
Hey, we're taking
Sure.
over. Vault Studio taking over.
Well, Brock's team won the grudge match, the podcast grudge match first of the year.
Fantastic.
It was. There are serious issues at the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
I
Them
want
boys.
to give you the floor, and I want you to speak on this. Because what's going on in Arlington? There's something going on there. What's going on? What are your thoughts?
It's culture. So I've said this for the team, other than when they played the Browns, who were more of a clusterfuck of a club. Sorry, first swear word. We're trying not to swear tonight, so my bad.
Swear up.
Yeah, who are a terrible club at the moment, and they're falling apart due to the moves they've made. The Cowboys have looked basically like they did against the Green Bay Packers in that final, the next two games. They looked uninterested. Now, I guess the good thing and the silver lining, if you're a Cowboys fan, is that it looked like they might have found some rhythm late in that game. They looked like they were basically asleep, and they found some rhythm. CeeDee Lamb got going a little bit. They don't run the ball well. Everything's reliant, which I said in the preseason. Last year, the Cowboys were saved by the extremely high-level play of Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Simple as that. That saved their season. That made them one of the better teams in the NFC. It wasn't sustainable in the long run because the first time a team shut down CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, it fell apart, right? So if they can get that going again, they are fully reliant on those two guys winning them games. They don't run the ball well.
I don't think it's just them. They're relying on Ferguson as well.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he's a complement to
No,
CeeDee Lamb.
he's a barometer. If Ferguson's getting open through the middle, you have yards. You
Yeah, well,
have
second half he was very good on the week. Or the
brings-
last quarter, you should
It brings
say.
safety down.
Yeah.
It brings Kyle Hamilton down on it.
Yeah.
But that was Ravens. We almost blew a 10-point lead. I'm okay
It's
with
quite
it.
common of you guys.
It's very common. It is very common.
Are you worried about Justin Tucker, with all honesty? I know it was a bit of a joke a couple of weeks ago. He has missed another one, 47 yards this time.
Nah, not
He's missing a lot
not
of
nervous. Not nervous.
Has he lost his nerve?
Yep.
Is that a thing? For
Yeah,
kickers?
he's got the yips.
Nah, it's the whole procedure. It's the whole procedure at this point. He doesn't he's third year with what's his name? Stroud? Not Stroud. It's The punter, I can't remember his name.
Oh, the punter. Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't
him.
remember punters' names
It's
unless they're Australian.
yeah, true.
Fair.
It's the whole snap. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's not Tucker at this point.
The routine's not
He's just
well.
not. He's just not kicking him well. They're not coming off the boot well, which I'm not nervous about Tucker. Them not coming off Tucker's boot well, because I
worried
know he's calm, cool, collected. He doesn't get angry about it. He doesn't look like every other kicker when they miss that field goal where he throws a helmet. You can see he's dejected. He just takes it what it is.
Do you reckon he's a duck on a pond though? You heard the phrase like the duck on a pond, like when a duck's going across the
calm,
water.
yeah, calm on the
They're
surface.
cool, calm, collect, but their feet underneath are kicking like crazy to keep them going.
Nah,
Is that Justin Tucker's mind right now?
nah. He's
All I know is if he's kicking to win a game, I'm not feeling as comfortable as I used to be with Tucker.
That's fair. That's a
I'm
fair
still
comment.
I'm still comfortable.
Yeah, okay. So
And
you're
that-
still feeling good.
I love Tucker. I'm very biased to Tucker, as you can see. He's still on the love list
Yeah.
after missing 3 field goals this
Yeah.
year. But I'm still going to take him as my kicker in fantasy in the 6th round.
Look,
I'm
he's
still
got
going
a-
to have faith in him.
He's
the
got
whole
he's got
year.
the runs on the board. I get what you're saying. Going back to what you said before,
Mm.
I definitely agree. They've got to get the run game going.
There's an issue in Dallas. There's a big issue in Dallas. I said I'm not getting off them yet. I think they'll be okay. They're
the
very
defense,
talented.
The defense is all at sea. It's not good.
Mike, this is like, are they learning Mike Zimmer's defense? They're going to get better. Like, all I know is schematically, until the last quarter of that game, Mike Zimmer was absolutely annihilated by the Ravens. They did whatever they wanted, and it took him to the last quarter to go, we're going to have to put some big bodies in there to stop Derrick Henry running the ball.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
don't know
and then,
why
in,
that
and
wasn't
then,
the game
then in
plan
credit to the
begin.
Ravens, then they got Lamar going and got some Jets going. They actually, they did enough. That first down run for Lamar, I know I gave him a hard time in the chat saying, give it to your best running back when you need it. That was a great play call. The jet sweep the jet sweep read inside QB zone. That's insane. That's a great when you need 9 yards. That's what you do. Yeah.
You give it to your best player and you say,
100%.
make a play.
Yeah,
Do what
and
you
that-
got to do.
And I said I was impressed with Prescott. I thought his fight back, much like I was in. I know he cops all the heat. I get it. I'm an outlier when it comes to him at the moment. I thought in the Green Bay game he threw a pick 6 and came back after that half and tried his absolute guts out. I've said it many times. If the defense just could have got a couple of stops, that game's completely different. Again, what happened on the weekend? Defense can't get a
Defense.
stop.
Couple
They literally had to rely on an onside kick.
No, at the end of the
Yeah.
game, you guys got to stop, got the onside kick.
Yeah.
And there was charging.
Yep.
But
They couldn't get it when it counts. They never
but
can.
You can't leave your run to the 4th quarter every time.
No, you can't. And I said they'll get the Giants this week. That's hopefully a softener up. Again, division games are hard. I'm hoping
Giants,
they come
Giants
out.
look decent on the weekend.
They looked
too.
okay. I'm hoping they come out hard in that first quarter. Like they've got. I'm hoping that was kind of the injection of energy they need to be like, we're going to lose our season here if we don't do something
Like
real
you got to
quick.
wake up.
Well, like when they lost to Arizona last year, it was kind of like we got to get seated the ball. We got to
That's
readjust
right,
this.
yeah,
and
that
work
was
it out.
they got smacked in the mouth earlier.
Is it worrying to you guys when I was watching that game and the Cowboys were losing? In my mind, I wasn't like, "Oh, this sucks. I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate this. I'm not enjoying this." I was like, "This is better for the NFL right now if the Ravens win." I didn't want the Ravens to go to 0-3. Like in my mind, I was like, "This is better for the like." I enjoy the league so much. I'm getting to the point now where the league's more important to me and the game's more important to me than the Cowboys.
But you're a narrative guy. You always have been.
I am, and I was like, I don't want the Ravens to go to 0-3. Like, if they lose this game and go to 0-3, yeah, I'll be like, wow, what a comeback. How did we do that? But also, like, that's just almost ruined the season because now you've got the Ravens and the Bengals who are 0-3, like, and the Steelers are 3-0. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want it. 1 and 2 is very different.
From 0-3 to make the playoffs is basically impossible.
It's very tough.
It's tough. You have to win your division. But the issue with the division at the moment, and this is the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers, it's dog water. It is so bad at the moment. The fact the Steelers are 3-0, and they're just running on their defense.
Well, let's talk Steelers because, George, you put in, are the Steelers legit? What do you reckon?
They're 3-0. They're winning games. Their defense is legit. Their defense is
Definitely,
is
which
a top
everyone
5
thought
defense.
they would be.
Right? Fields is showing glimpses
Yep.
that he's at least making plays, doing what he's supposed to be doing. I think keep going.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
You got to run with Fields.
I do have
You
a
can't-
message
You
for
can't pull Fields if he's winning games. You got to keep going.
I just wanted to read out a message.
Is this from Skinny?
You
Yeah.
called out someone last week. He's responded.
Great, I love it.
Not as good. I just want to say to Skinny, long-time listener, long-time friend, bit soft from you. I expected more. It was a
From
bit soft.
Skinny, why?
That's all I'm saying. He didn't come with as much hate as I thought he would. That's all I'm saying.
Just let the man live, bro.
He said, just a reminder to George that he said Pittsburgh are terrible. They'll win 2 games max. If you can give me some stock tips, that'd be great.
Nice.
It's just, it's good, but normally Skinny sends me like a monologue that I can read. And we all know I love reading a monologue.
Oh, you love it.
I'm a big monologue.
Skinny loves giving a good monologue.
He does. So, like I said, I wanted to set up the Pew bonfire and read his monologue and thoroughly enjoy it.
We could have a bi-monthly monologue segment from Skinny.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I've got no
he's
issue
the
with that at
master.
all. Shout out to.
So you think Steelers are legit? Because I don't think they are.
If you've
Defensively,
got,
they're great.
if you've got a top 5 defense and you've got a half competent offense,
And Fields is, in fairness, Fields is getting more comfortable with every week.
He is. He's looking better and better every week.
Yep.
And that's all you can ask from him at this point.
Hit a nice pass for a touchdown on,
Yeah, man.
on
He's
Sunday.
he's looking competent.
He's got
If
all
you've
the
got a
physical
top 5
traits.
defense and a
Fields.
competent offense, you're going to go a long way to winning a lot
And he's
of
not
games.
running with it as much, which I think is something they can open up the playbook a little bit more once he becomes a bit more
They're
comfortable.
winning games and he's not even using his best attributes.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is that anything but good?
Well, it's illegal to use his best attribute on the field, I imagine.
Which is what?
What is it, James?
Just stereotypes. He'd be well endowed.
Oh, okay. Well,
Without swearing,
if he is,
he'd have
shout out to him.
he'd have a big willy.
Hog.
He'd have a hog.
He'd have a hog.
I think he would have a hog.
As an owner of a hog, shout out to him.
There you go. It's out in the air.
See, I don't think they're legit. Simply for that, they haven't really.
Who have they beaten? Stat boy.
They've beaten the Raiders and the Chargers, and
They haven't beaten the
And
Chargers. They haven't beaten either of those teams.
No,
They've beaten the
they-
Falcons in week 1, where they didn't score a
they
touchdown.
did beat the Chargers.
I bet the Chargers.
They beat the Chargers on the weekend. My mistake.
No, not the Raiders. They beat the Chargers. I literally just had it.
Titans? No.
Titans. Might have been
Bo Nix.
Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. No, they've been Chargers, Denver Broncos, and the Falcons.
Yeah, it's not much. And the Falcons, I said, I think the Falcons are good still.
No, hang on a minute. Chargers and Falcons, we both thought they were going to be playoff teams at
Yeah,
the start
no.
of the year. So
no, I
they're
didn't
good
have Chargers
wins.
playoffs. I thought they'd be good. I think Chargers are good. I think, they're good wins. Yeah.
It's
In fairness to him, Herbert barely played the second half because he got injured, which he got injured because JJ Watt annihilated him, which it happens. His ankle got hurt. They're a bit dinged up, the Chargers, which is going to really hurt them. And they're not a team that has as much talent depth that they can afford to be banged up. But yeah, defensively, they're strong. I'll give them a couple more weeks before I'll lay my thing. Do you know what I will say about the Steelers? Something I never say. They've been enjoyable. I've enjoyed watching Justin Fields. I enjoy watching him. I enjoyed him on the Bears. I enjoy him on the Steelers. I like a guy. He's got a live arm. He moves. Anything can happen at any point with that guy.
I still think they should have ran with him and traded that number 1 pick. I still reckon. Well, after watching Caleb Williams on the weekend, he didn't look great at all. He looked very bad, and Richardson looked bad too.
Threw for 400 yards, Caleb Williams.
Man, he threw.
Well, you had
a couple bad picks too, man.
Everyone
He didn't look
thought the
great.
AR-15 versus Caleb Williams in week 3 matchup would be great. Caleb Williams, their offensive coordinator needs to be fired. Like, it is awful.
I don't even think it's just that. The way they've built that team is not the right way to build for a rookie quarterback. You can't just give him weapons and go, hey, go make plays. It's not college.
They can't run the ball.
They can't run the.
they can't run the
they
ball.
Their
haven't-
O-line's disgusting.
Exactly right. They haven't got a good run.
They can't keep him on his feet. Man.
But no, he's Russell Wilson. He's gonna be a better Russell Wilson with the way he gets around, gets longer sort of what's it called? Longer times in the pocket. He's gonna be
Buys
good.
time, yeah.
He's gonna buy time. He's gonna be good. What they need a safety blanket for him. They need a big tight end.
Which is what they got going late in that game. They did. He threw a touchdown to Komet.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think he's going to get better. I still think Williams is good. Again, he's shown flashes. He's shown traits. He's not Bryce Young.
Until Chicago can keep him on his feet,
Agreed.
a half clean pocket,
Yeah. He's
got no hope.
He's had the shit kicked out of him.
He's got no hope.
he went 33 from 52 for 363 yards, averaging 7 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Yeah. Look, don't get
So
me wrong.
he
He
threw the
wasn't
ball a
good,
lot.
but he's asked
Yeah,
to
the numbers look decent, but like the eye test, he didn't look great.
No, I watched that game. He didn't look great at times, but he had some really good plays. I truly believe that. I think he's going to be okay.
The only thing that he does wrong, not the only thing, the big thing he does wrong is he thinks he can still make that running it to his right, let's throw the ball back left.
Yeah.
He's got to
Which
realize
is like the biggest no-no in the NFL.
Turnovers
across
are
your body,
terrible.
yeah.
he's
He
not
needs to
playing
learn.
bums in college anymore who are just happy to be on a D1 school.
Yep.
He's playing
That's pretty
NFL
spot on, buddy.
players with 4.3 speed.
Agreed. And he's got the defense for Chicago is decent. Like, I think
Yeah, defense is okay. The
I-
O-line's terrible. They've got to do something.
I have faith in Keller Williams, which I didn't think I would. Like, he's zesty as all hell, but I think he
he's
can.
super zesty.
Oh, he's so zesty. But he came out of the plane on the weekend and was like, "Go Bears!" like that. I'm like, oh.
Imagine a grown man carrying on
Maybe
like
that's
that.
why the O-line aren't blocking for him.
I
Can
don't
we
blame-
just say
I don't,
it?
I don't blame him.
Maybe they're like,
Hey,
bro.
I played tackle. If I had a zesty QB like that, I'd be like,
I don't know.
do I really want to kill myself on this play?
Yeah, that's why you went. That's why you went a long-term O-lineman. Doesn't matter who you block him for, mate.
5 years is long term, bro.
No,
6 years. It was 6 years. 6 years is long term.
I think 15 is long-term.
Well, congratulations.
It's 15 or bust.
Congratulations, bro. You've got more chance of getting CTE than I do. Play on.
What do you mean chance?
Chances.
Chance.
What do you
I
mean
said
by
more
chance?
I've got it.
True.
Uh,
Hey,
yeah, what you got?
Hey, Rogers, aging like a fine wine.
He
looked good. You look good.
That's the first quarterback to beat the Patriots in primetime game for the Jets since like 2002.
Who was the last quarterback to do that?
I can't remember. They said the name. They said the name. I can't even remember it.
Before Sanchez.
Yeah, they
wow.
never beat the Patriots in primetime because they had Brady.
Of course not. Yeah.
So that's where that's at. I also found it hilarious that when Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson, it's the first touchdown pass he's ever thrown to a first round pick.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
that's-
believe that
that's
when I saw that
hilarious.
stat.
That is absolutely
Unreal,
hilarious.
innit? Absolutely.
Say your
unreal.
franchises have let you down without saying your franchises.
Bro.
But it's not even just Aaron Rodgers in that game. That Jets defense did what the Jets defense meant to do.
Yep.
Give Kobe Brissett, give him CTE
Yep.
because
I agree.
he could not stand up.
Jets look good.
Because they
The O line is dog
did you
water.
see the little argument, or not the argument, where Salah tried to hug Rodgers
Yeah, I saw that.
in
What
the
was that
second
about?
quarter? So they came back out and they said, so what Rodgers basically said was, there was no disrespect and
Did
no
he treat him like
hatred.
family? Just push him away.
What's that? What did you say?
He treated him like he treats his family. Just push him away.
Oh, wow.
So what he said was that Salah's been saying the first couple of games, get me a 2-score lead and we won't lose. And then Salah came up to hug him like, you've got it, you got the 2-score lead. And he was basically saying, I got you the lead. Now win the game. We're not celebrating anything yet.
Yeah,
We haven't done anything yet.
That's the issue with.
And that's why he was kind of pushing him away, being like, nothing's to celebrate yet. I've got you a 2-score lead. Let's win the game now. So, and that's a vet guy. That's a guy who's played in much bigger circumstances than week 3 against the crappy New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Like, it's a guy who gets it. He's saying that great win. They're 2-1. They're trending in the right direction. And he's basically saying, let's not start running now. We've won 2 games. Chill out.
Yeah.
Much like if we lost 2 games, it'd be the old Rodgers be like, relax, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the same mentality saying, we haven't done anything yet. We got to make the playoffs first. That's our goal. And we're 2-1. We're on it. It's a good start, but let's keep going. That's what he's saying to Salah.
the way they've gone in this year, the Jets, like making the playoffs is like the bare minimum.
They have to make the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, it's a massive fail. Like, everyone's gone.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, Tyron Smith played really well actually on the last. His first game wasn't great, but he's
Yeah,
been,
they look
he's
good.
been a good left tackle.
Yeah, they look
And their right tackle got hurt, Morgan Moses, but so their rookie came in, their first round pick. He looked decent at right
Yep.
tackle actually, so they'll be okay. I think Rodgers though is absolutely surgical. Just
Yeah.
he's the first touchdown he threw to Alan Lazard on the RPO. Well, I don't even think it was an RPO. I think it was a run. He just
He
threw
just
it.
pulled it.
He just looked at
through it,
Rodgers, the old Donald Driver player, I call it, where he just looked over at him like, I'm going to throw you the ball, man.
Yep.
Yeah, because the corner was so far off. And Lazard obviously was like, yeah, I'm going to throw it. And made a guy miss, which is, it's very hard for a corner one-on-one with 7 yards between a receiver to tackle him. It's almost impossible at the NFL level. Stop them not scoring.
The receivers are too athletic. Forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to almost like, you have to hit them at full speed like before they get going. Because if they get going and they've got you in space, you're done.
One jerk, it's over.
Yeah, you're done.
I agree.
So that was a nice play. Rodgers was very good though, very surgical. I enjoyed it.
I'll
very
put this
much.
on the run sheet, and I'll
You
talk
love
about
this one.
this.
I'm waiting
I'll
for
talk
you.
about this. All right. I want to talk about the Minnesota Miracle Man, Sam Darnold.
Sam D. Sizzle.
The resurgence of this boy's career, like just
It's only been 3 games.
I want to
It's
put
not
this.
resurged yet.
I want to put this in context.
Yep.
All right. He was 1 foot out of the league at 12 months ago. 1 foot out of the league.
You realize he's the same age as Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah, he's young.
He's
young.
been so young.
It's terrifying.
In
1
this
foot
league.
out of the league 12 months ago, and on Monday morning, just gone, that Houston team, we've been talking about them as if like they're, AFC championship game contenders, right? He put them to the sword like I've never seen. He made them look second rate, that defense.
He also did it to the 49ers last week in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Correct. I'm so happy for him at the moment. It's not funny.
He's one of these guys that I don't want it to stop in a couple of weeks. Like, I legit want him to win MVP. That's my dream for this season. If he continues this all year and wins MVP.
He's got comeback player of the year sewn up if he keeps going.
Yeah, it's very Geno-like. It's very Baker-like. It's, we'll talk about this a little bit later.
Is this got
again.
to do, the reason I want to bring this up,
Yeah.
right? Because and you spoke on those two guys too, how they've moved and had a resurgence and this and that. First of all, shout out to Sam Darnold, absolute guy, 4 tutties, like he's just killing it. And I love
their
to see
defense is so good.
it.
Minnesota
I know.
are a very good football team.
Yeah, I love to see it.
Like they're not a fake 3-0 like they were a couple of years ago where they were winning games by like they are a good football team. Like
So
they're good.
two things I want to speak about.
Yep.
Do they just extend Darnold at this point?
No.
He's on a 2-year deal.
Yeah,
We got him next year.
Is he? I thought he was only on.
Nah,
a
2-year deal. It was definitely a 2-year
Okay,
deal.
my bad then. All right, yeah, okay, fine.
I remember it being a 2 because I remember thinking, why they give him a 2-year deal?
No need to extend him then. That's fine.
Yeah.
Number one. And number 2, speak what you were talking about. QBs have moved, had a resurgence. Does this give my little man Hobbit boy a bit of hope that if he goes somewhere else into a better situation, he might do better?
Can we come back to this when we talk about the Panthers in a little bit?
I'll just put it out there.
It's a good
I'll just
question.
put it out there in the ether.
That's
Because it's happened to a few guys that you've just mentioned. There's 3 or 4 guys that
Do you
have
know,
gone.
do I know what it is?
Yeah.
It's coaching.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's you have a running back that can run 100 yards.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is still a really good running back.
He's really good.
Yeah,
Cowboys
he's
should have
just a
signed
stud,
him.
bro.
Cowboys should have signed him.
You
Not Zeke.
actually have
Imagine
a
a
position.
Texas native who wanted to go there and they didn't sign him.
Well, he didn't want to go there. He just finished like stabbing us to death in the wild card round last year.
He would have got stabbed.
Yeah, he doesn't like Texas
Doesn't like
because we didn't draft him. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you actually have a good offense. Quarterbacks can succeed.
They've even got Addison back here. They're going to get better.
Yeah.
Defensively, they've been good. They generate turnovers. They get pressure. Jonathan Greenard, who was the Texans' DN last year, they basically let walk. Didn't even give him an offer. Revenge game. Absolutely tore up.
Love a good revenge
Texans. There's revenge games. They're so on my radar at the moment, like because I'm just finding them every single week.
It's good.
But no, my point, and I'll talk about this. I'll segue this over into Green Bay, who beat the Titans with Malik Willis revenge game, which we always knew they were going to win once Malik Willis was a starting quarterback. Did we not? But Malik Willis
I mean,
looks
the
like
Titans suck though. They look terrible.
they
Like,
are
Will Levis
bad,
is
and
so bad.
Levis's turnovers are disgraceful.
They're just so bad.
Like
You can't be turning the ball over like that.
I don't think it's an unsafe bet to say right now that the best thing Will Levis will ever do for us is those videos. he won't ever beat that at this point. I was hoping his football career would overtake it, but I don't think it will.
I don't see it.
No,
I don't see it.
no, I think those videos will last longer than his career.
Shout out.
I don't mean like the duration. I meant like the timelessness, of the
Timelessness. I like that.
videos, the longevity. But
I
no,
know you-
Malik Willis. All of a sudden, wow, he looks really competent. When you've got an offensive coordinator, coach that goes, "I'm going to put you in positions to succeed." You're only going to throw
We're
it
gonna-
15 to 20 times a game. They're going to be easy throws on good downs. And if it's not a good down, I'm not going to force you and go, hey, force this ball to try and get a 3rd and 15. You know what? We'll run a draw. We'll let our defense play defense, and we'll come back and we'll fight the next drive. Smart coaching.
Carrying on from what you just said, and you're correct by the way.
Thank
we
you, I
need to
appreciate
start. We need to start speaking about Matt LaFleur in the same echelon that we speak about Sean McVay, Kyle
Agreed.
Shanahan,
I think he's done
Andy
enough now.
Reid. He needs to be in that discussion
Jordan Love needs to be giving him a cut of his check just quietly.
because if
he got Love
if they're
back.
gonna
Yeah.
just play this out, right? If they win another game and end up 4-0 or even 5-0, right? And Jordan Love, their starter, misses a month of football,
Well, I reckon he's back next week.
right? So let's say they win and they go 4-0, right? They basically, if they could halve the rest of the season and be a playoff team,
Yeah.
like
They're good. The North is wild.
that's what I'm saying.
North is good.
Matt LaFleur, man, I got at the moment. I think he's probably up there as the
What
best
he's
coach.
doing, yeah.
As the best
I
coach.
thought they'd struggle. I
Winning-
thought their
winning-
season was over.
Winning games, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When Love got injured, we're like, oh no, that's it.
Yeah, if they lose him for 6 weeks, they lose all those games. They're done. They're coming back at 0-7. They can't catch
yeah, or
it.
like 1-6 or something.
Yeah.
Like
No, they've done well. And this is the Titans aren't great. Will Levis had another awful turnover. I don't know what that dude's. He's trying to do again. That's got to be coaching. Like, is he trying to do too much? Is his coach asking too much of him? I know when he did that, when he had that fumble a couple of weeks ago, where he basically lateraled it backwards. His coach came on the field and was like,
what the fuck? Are you
"What the
doing?
fuck are you doing?" Which was hilarious.
You got to put him in the right position to not have to
And they don't
think
have.
he has to be Superman and make that play.
I don't think it's put him in the right position. I think it's get him in the right mentality.
Yeah.
Now we're at a point with Will Levis where is the coach putting him in the wrong mentality or is he in the wrong mentality?
Yeah.
Is it fixable? I don't know. I'm not in the building with him. he seems like a pretty swaggy, cocky, arrogant sort
He
of guy.
definitely seems that way.
So, like, is he coachable? There's all of the questions that we can't answer, but only the coach can answer, which is, you know, they've got to work out.
I feel like they really shouldn't have got rid of Vrabel.
Oh, I don't know. Let's give him some time. I've got his. I always forget his name. It's not O'Brien. It's his dad was the O-line coach for years. Coach for the Cowboys as an O-line coach. It was pretty high on my coaching disaster scale. But like they've got some traits. They've got some good receivers. They've got a decent O-line with some first round picks on it. I think if they can stay
Brian
behind
Callahan.
my mistake. I think they've got some guys there. Levis is 100% the problem right now. He's 100% the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid mistakes kill teams.
Yeah, and like if Malik Willis is there, is he
yeah,
any better?
spot on.
Absolutely not. He is 100% cost them the first 3 games, and that'll catch up with them. They need a win, and they need him to play a real
It already
safe.
has. They're on 3.
Yeah, they need to play. They need to have a no turnover game where he does a good job. But I said we'll see how it goes. I don't have a lot of faith in Levis. I think a lot of Titans people that I'm hearing and listening to don't have a lot of faith in Levis anymore. I think
Pretty hard to have faith after
Yeah,
these
right.
sort of like. If it's one thing, you know, like you said, what you said about Caleb is he's showing flashes and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
But just those bad turnovers and bonehead decisions, it's just like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who their other quarterbacks
Yeah,
are.
they're back up. Yeah.
Because I know they traded Willis. Which, again, I don't actually. It's Mason Rudolph.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's better at this point. He was okay for the Steelers last year.
Was he though?
At least he might be able to get like a good defensive end ejected for calling him the N-word and
Swing a helmet.
getting hit in the head with a helmet. Like
He's, you
Toughest head in the
you
game.
put him in. He's probably going to be more competent than Levis though. At this point.
potentially, yeah. But like they've made some mistakes. Like, I don't mind their receiving core, but like Pollard's. He's exactly what he looked like at Dallas last year. Like I don't blame the Cowboys for letting Pollard walk.
No.
I know Zeke wasn't the answer either. Like, but I don't think Pollard adds much to him anyway. Like
No.
he's not explosive like he was those first couple of years.
They really I know he wanted to leave. They should have given him part of the franchise to keep Derrick Henry there.
I agree.
They
But I just don't. I think it was a mutual thing at the end. I think it was like, you know what? We're not putting you through this rebuild. Go and have some.
Yeah.
Go and sign with a good team.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that
Actually,
was what it was.
Speaking of Derrick Henry, I wish we got him at the trade deadline last year. Because if
we
we
won a Super Bowl, I reckon.
we would have won the Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, because we swept over that before. Derrick Henry was unbelievable against the
He was
Cowboys.
fantastic.
Unbelievable.
He's been good. Like
He's a machine.
He's so big.
he's so scary, so scary.
Do you know he's bigger than Micah Parsons?
Did you see his diet that came out?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How
Why?
much
Why is anyone surprised by that?
How much he eats?
No. He
Just
He doesn't eat. He doesn't
not
eat-
so much what he, more so what he eats and what he doesn't eat.
I thought he would eat a ton of calories.
No. So he doesn't eat till like 4 or 5 o'clock during season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The most he'll have during like a training is like an avocado or like a banana before training.
Yeah.
But it's like gluten free.
Yeah, no processed
no
foods, no
processed
sugar,
food,
no this,
nothing.
no that.
And the Ravens held the record for the most PB&J Crustables eaten in a season. So we might lose that this year because if Derrick Henry's not like contributing to that stat, we're no
PB&J?
chance.
I doubt he is, mate.
On a side topic, next week let's get some PB&Js in here.
Oh, absolutely.
PB&Js are so good. Have you had a PB&J for a while?
I couldn't tell you the last time I had one. Maybe when I was a
Do
kid.
yourself no, don't do yourself a next when you come in. I'm gonna make us some PB&J Uncrustables.
So can I make us something?
No, I do all
No,
the cooking.
hey.
around here,
Oh,
mate.
do you?
Yeah, this is
Wow.
I came over.
I'm going
Trust
to
me.
get you a little kiss.
Trust me, you do not want to
Thi-
have
this is
anyone
a
else
real-
cook around here.
Real
No?
side note, I came over to watch the Brisbane Lions versus GWS football game.
Dude, I made him a sandwich.
And JA, so Sophie asked for a jelly sandwich, and JA was like, "Would you like one?" I went, "Oh, you got peanut butter? Maybe the best peanut butter sandwich would have been about 10:30. It was elite, like went perfectly with the good tide. Elite.
I mean-
how good it was.
I'm nothing if I'm nothing if I don't look after my boy at 10:30 watching the footy.
The
Shout
bread
out.
was fresh,
It was good.
crunchy
Hey,
peanut
you know what my boy
butter.
needed?
Talk to me about the Lions. You got the Lions on here.
So all I'm gonna say is Lions, good win. I'm glad they won. Cardinals, shit, man. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks great. Kyler Murray, it's upsetting that they're 1-2.
This is the
But
Kyler
I've got
Murray.
something to say. The Lions cannot whinge about refs anymore. Shut up about the Dallas Cowboys incident last year. Stop crying about it. You guys had a pick 6 thrown in this game where the ball was snapped at 2 minutes and 1 second just before the half. which would have put the Cardinals up by a touchdown. The refs, after the Cardinals guys scored, were like, oh, actually, the 2-minute warning hit and it killed the play. And they showed the
that's right,
replay.
yeah.
2:01, the ball was snapped comfortably. Which the rule is you wait for it's like the play clock. You wait for 00,
yes.
then you look. So you wait for it to say 00, then you look up at the clock. If they have, then you you look at the clock when it hits 00s. You look down. If the ball's not snapped, then it's 2-minute warning or a penalty. They called it to. I'm not saying there's controversy. I think the refs just made a dumb mistake. But if I'm the Cardinals, the momentum killer that was when you only end up losing. I think they only lost by a touchdown or 3.
4 points in the end.
4 points it might have been. It was close. Like Lions kind of ran away with it after that. That's the momentum killer. That is. I'm pretty sure it was 10 all at halftime.
A TD reversal is like the end.
Check.
That's the game. That's the game, bro.
Your mic's playing up.
Say that again, George. Your mic just cut out.
A TD reversal like that on the 2-minute warning, like that's the game, man. That kills momentum. That kills
100%.
everything. Sucks the whole air out of.
That's why people don't throw the
Team.
ball before the 2-minute warning. That's 100% why. So all I'm saying is Lions. I'm glad they won because the North is absolutely heating up, and I want like Lions, Vikings, and Packers is going to be a really wild run home. And if all three of them make the playoffs,
It's very possible.
man, it's
very
going to be
possible.
fun. That's going to be fun. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. I said, stop whinging about refs now, Lions. You got a bad one last year. That was the absolute gift of a lifetime. Not saying they were cheating. Not saying you're the Chiefs or anything like that. You got a favour. All I'm saying is
Speaking,
you got
is
looked after.
that a brilliant segue?
yeah, get into it.
Well, this is going to be a weekly segment from now on. I think. Cheater watch.
That PI, the fact that the game ended last week on that PI, whatever, got over it. It was bad. It was a bad PI. Not calling
Bad
PI,
PI.
on
It was fucking terrible, mate.
terrible. Not
Sorry for swearing.
Not calling that PI on Kyler Pitts at the end of that game.
That was
is disgusting. That's the epitome of that's the epitome. Eyes not on the ball, hands wrapped around the receiver, impeding him going back for the ball.
from jumping the
didn't
ball.
look back.
Yep, didn't look back, didn't
Didn't even look at the ball once, bro.
That's what I mean.
just turned, ran into Pitts and wrapped his arms around him.
If they called holding before PI,
Would have been
I would have been okay with it.
Now, all I'm saying is if you get a first down and goal at that point, maybe they don't score. I think they do. It's very rare that teams don't score. Plus, they're probably drain a bit more time off the clock. Maybe they don't win. Maybe Mahomes gets the ball back and then goes down the field and scores. Like, I'm not saying the game's over.
It was the
But
4-minute
again,
mark.
why are they ruining our football games?
Yep.
Why do they keep ruining our football games with this crap? Do you know what's happening this week? Have you seen the Derwin James suspension?
Yes.
So Derwin James has been suspended for not for a one-off incident, just for multiple incidences of breaking the rules.
Yep.
Derwin, I don't think he's a dirty player at all. Like,
But before you get into this, can I play the best clip ever about this incident?
yeah, yeah, we can turn the swearing watch off for this one then because I know what you're going to play.
This is a language
but
warning,
play
boys.
because this tells you. Because who are they playing this week, George?
Chiefs.
Derwin James has been suspended. How pussy of a league is this? This woke, left, fucking soft pussy league, the NFL, has suspended one of the best safeties in football in a hard-hitting black and blue game against the Pittsburgh Steelers this past week. But the irony is this. Who do they play this week? Again, the league protecting the Swifties and Kelsey's vaccinated ass and the fucking Patrick Mahomes queendom because these guys play the fucking Chiefs this week. And they're suspending them for that week. How fucking ironic.
Their
NFL
best
Roger
player.
Goodell, that you're suspending this guy for a game on Chiefs week.
He's the best defensive player by a mile.
100%. Him and Joe Bo. Joe Bo's having a
both-
quietly
both
good
good-
year.
both
in
Yeah,
fairness.
Coach
Yeah.
JB.
Oh, yeah, that's Coach JB, the old.
Last chance you from season 3.
I don't love him in a lot of ways, but yeah, like
He's
he
hilarious.
nailed it there.
I
He's
agree with every
hilarious.
single thing you just said.
It's like the suspension's crap. I get it. Whatever. Why this week? Why wait till now?
I think it was
Is
multiple.
this is becoming a thing.
It was multiple breaches of player safety warnings. That's why they?
He has been warned. It's the old. It's the Who was the Steelers outside lineman? James Harrison. It's the old James Harrison rule. If you keep getting flagged for, they're not ejectable hits, but they're unsafe hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is becoming a thing, man.
I'm
The
not
favoritism
buying
for the
in.
Chiefs.
I'm not buying into the suspension as much. Like that could just be coincidence.
Bullshit. I don't think so.
Yeah, like I'm. You know what? You guys know me. I'm not superstitious, but I'm becoming a little stitious on this. They're
Bro,
getting me. They're getting me.
The saying where the
I don't
smoke,
often wear the foil hat,
Tinfoil
but I
hat.
am. Yeah, I am starting to like. I'm making one to be ready for when I need it.
where there's smoke, there's fire. That's the saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. It just seems to be.
It's a thing.
It seems to be happening a lot. They also had a couple of penalties on them in the last drive of the game. The Chiefs in the weekend. It's worth saying that they had 3 penalties across the first
that's
down.
what I said in the
But
chat. Finally, some flags.
All of them were 100% legit.
Yeah, they were.
Even the horse collar one was 100% a horse
That
collar.
was a horse collar. That was textbook.
If he doesn't grab him by the collar, that guy runs past
ran-
him and
ran
keeps
away from
going.
him and
So
keeps going.
it was a horse collar. I say the one on Pitts, disgraceful. I know calls are missed. I know they're not. I get it.
calls are
That
missed.
was horrendous, and it's becoming
in the end
common.
zone. What do you mean calls are
Becoming
missed?
very common. Very common.
That's PI first and goal from the 1 yard
Do
line.
we think Atlanta? I know they're 1 and 2. I think they're working it out.
Yeah, mate, they should have won that game.
They've played some good teams. Like I know they probably stole the Pittsburgh one hurts them because they didn't score a touchdown, but Pittsburgh's defense are pretty legit.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles game, they stole that, but
yeah.
but that was Kirk Cousins. I feel like he got going in that game.
As an Eagles fan, I'm here to tell you I disagree. They did not steal it. They won it.
They won it by
They came
that's
out.
fair.
They came out and won it.
And then they could have easily won
Kirk
against
Cousins
the
drove
Chiefs on the
the
weekend.
field and scored a touchdown. Like
Yeah,
that, like
I think
nothing.
Kirk Cousins is
That was
working
all
it out.
Kirk.
Pitts is working out. I really like Drake London. I think he's a
London's
really good
stud.
player. I think.
I just think he's a nice boy too.
Yeah, there's something about him. You just say you're right. He's not doesn't carry on.
He's just not a dickhead. Just a nice boy.
Just play some ball.
Just play football.
Yeah, I'm really enjoing the Drake London era.
He's a nice black man that just plays ball.
He just plays ball.
And that's all I
Plays
want.
ball.
So you spoke on it today in our chat. Like all players coming out, they've got to have an opinion on every single thing. and
it's
this
the
and that and
modern
other.
sport.
Can you just shut up and play the game that you're getting paid millions of dollars to play, please?
Yeah, like we were talking about Micah Parsons' comments
George
on
with the shut up and dribble from George.
yes.
Just shut up and dribble. Yeah,
Yes.
Shut up and
it's
dribble.
too much. This like CJ Stroud looks like an idiot this week.
Yes.
because he said to Caleb Williams, blah 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 blah. That meme of Sam Darnold going up to
Oh,
him saying the same thing
brilliant.
is the
Fantastic.
greatest thing I've ever seen. It's like,
Brilliant.
hey, don't take those hits, kid. Like things will be all right. You'll get better. But like now he's left himself open.
Now he just
Yes.
looks like an
So
idiot.
you do that, you go and beat a average Bears team. Caleb Williams struggles. You literally massacre him. You win by 1 score, right? And then you put up a goose egg. Like I'm not saying the score line. Like you put up almost. It looked like that was very un-Texans like from the last year. That game against Minnesota.
Dude, they got slaughtered.
Exactly. So then you and this is where you open yourself up to people being like, "What a tool."
Yeah, exactly.
And like Stroud, he pissed me off in the draft stuff when him and Parsons were doing the drafting together. I was like, why is this second-year player and third-year player doing a podcast for Bleacher Report analyzing the draft? Why aren't they just watch it with your team? I don't know why all these players, everyone's got to have a podcast and be talking about stuff and commenting what other guys say. Save your talk for the field when you're smacking each other in the mouth.
Couldn't agree more.
Stop the crap. When you
Stay out of our
retire,
area.
yeah,
Don't come in our kingdom.
yeah, get out of the podcasting area.
Where the
only
podcast
reason,
is
the only
in.
reason we're podcasting is because we're not good enough to play in the NFL.
100%. If I was playing the NFL, I would not even care about what people. I would not want people. And I'm learning. I said this today. There's always been this this thing or whatever you want to call it that athletes don't talk and have personality for a reason. And I'm seeing it a bit more now. A lot of them are dickheads. Like a lot of them, they're so competitive. They play so hard and on the edge all the time that when they're playing the sport, it's respected. You're like, these dudes are like, they're psychotic, right? You know, Tom Brady was psychotic with the way he behaved. When I'm hearing them talk, I don't want that when I hear someone talk. Like, I don't want that in a commentator or a podcast or an entertainment source. Like, I don't want that.
You just mentioned his name. Tom Brady was actually very good this week.
Much better.
He was a lot better.
He's warming up to it, yeah.
And you know why? He's retired now, and he can go on to this role. Drew Brees is doing it. Like, there's plenty of guys doing
He was
it.
a lot better.
So
enjoyed
I don't
Tom
even
Brady.
mind Cam Newton doing it. I don't love his podcast, but I don't mind him doing it. He's a retired player now.
Yeah. This is when you do it.
People shouldn't be playing in the league. Like, Parsons talking about CJ Gardner-Johnson this week.
Brock's right.
What
That's
does that
you
do when
it,
you play the
you
Eagles in
retire.
3 weeks' time?
Exactly.
It's stupid. You are fueling a fire you don't need to fuel.
You know who looked shit this week as well?
Who?
Max Crosby. Yeah. He got absolutely bathed after last week talking all his trash about the
That's
Ravens.
what I'm saying.
And he comes out and does
Can we talk
nothing.
about the Raiders losing to the Panthers in the Red Rifle?
Shout out to the Red
Yeah. Like he...
That throw
Bath.
to Adam Thielen, the touchdown throw to Adam Thielen.
Bro.
I've watched what's his name again? We've got Andy Dalton a lot. I was going to say Sam Darnold because like he's
They're
like
the
the
same.
older version.
They're the same version.
They're the same cats. But I said cats as well, not the other one, Brock. But
Wow.
he dropped it. But that throw to Adam Thielen for the touchdown,
Dude.
not only did he thread the needle, he juiced that.
He
Yeah.
threw it with
And,
anticipation.
and here's my question for you two. Did I can't forget his name again.
Bryce Young.
Right.
No,
Andy Dalton.
Did Andy Dalton just end Bryce Young's career?
a little bit. In career in Carolina, yeah,
Because he came out and proved, hey, it's
him. It's Bryce.
it's
He's the
not
problem.
it's not the offense.
yeah.
All of a sudden, he was
Bryce.
getting rid of the ball. He was calm. He stayed in the pocket. Hit guys in rhythm. Now I know Andy Dalton, and this could all crash back down to earth next week, and I suspect it will because
He
I've
threw a lot across the middle,
he threw across
which
the
Bryce
middle.
Young has not been doing.
All
You
of a
can't
sudden,
see. You can't see them, man.
But then, okay, if he can't
Andy
see,
Dalton's a big dude. People actually take he's at 6'5". Like he's a big
Big dude.
dude.
He's as big as me. Like,
Yeah,
big
he's
man.
a big guy.
This is the thing. If he can't see, Drew Brees had the same issue. It's just he
How-
had a better coach that actually schemed up
Oh,
throwing lanes for him.
How dare you compare Bryce Young to Drew Brees?
They're
right
same
now?
height.
How
No.
they're
Bryce
li-
Young's smaller.
They're
dare
listed at the
you?
same height.
Drew Brees is 6'1". How dare you compare one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time to Bryce Young?
Done it.
I am flat on you
I
right
think.
now.
I think he was.
Are you saying that the only difference between Drew Brees and Bryce Young was that Sean Payton knew how to get Drew Brees to throw the ball at a
And
shorter
skin
height?
color.
Well,
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's
skin
pretty-
color. Yeah, that adds
Actually,
up.
check that. There was a little bit of like some on Drew Brees' face.
At this point,
I think
at
that's a
this
birthmark, bro.
point, Bryce Young's career in Carolina is basically over.
Yeah, I think they'll be lucky to get a 4th or 5th round pick for him.
If
And
that.
if they do
Barely.
have someone, apparently that's the rumor too. Is the reason they decided to bench him as well was they were like, well, there's people want him, but that might
Like,
have ended this week.
maybe,
thanks to Andy
like, he
Dalton.
could go to Miami.
Who would take him?
Jets. Put him at Jets. Put him. You can't put him somewhere he's got to start. You
Miami.
can't send him to
Alright,
Miami
true.
and start him. You can't. You just can't do that to the kid. He's not ready to play football. He like you go to the Jets, sit behind Rodgers for a year, maybe next year too. Finishes. He's still got 2 years left in his rookie deal.
49ers.
49ers. Like I made the thing like, could he go to the 49ers, sit behind Purdy for this year and next year, and then they go, hey Purdy, we don't want to re-sign you.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Bryce Young.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think that'd happen. That's a stretch. But there's teams that could take him. There's teams with veteran quarterbacks he could sit behind. I just think they got to do something. Titans reckon he's better than Will Levis.
Yeah, maybe.
He turns the ball over less. Doesn't take chances like Will Levis does.
He doesn't throw it in the field.
In the
to turn it over,
bedroom,
bro.
in the bedroom and on the field.
Oh, we don't know. We don't know.
No, he hasn't
we
been
haven't
released
seen
yet.
it.
You know why he couldn't release it? Because it takes so long to cut his film up, Bryce Young.
Speaking of,
He ain't no Will Levis.
oh wow. Speaking of Miami, surely they're making some calls at quarterback.
I'm going to praise Tua a little bit here. They're with or without Tua. I saw the stat
Yeah.
today. It is disgusting how much better they are with Tua.
Of course, Tua's a good quarterback. He gets a lot of unnecessary hate.
People saying, "Oh, it's a system quarterback." Like saying someone's a system quarterback doesn't mean that like he's only good because he's in the system. Saying to me, when I say this guy's a good system quarterback, is that he's good in the system he's running. Brock Purdy is a good system quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Why do people
right
talk
now.
about that like it's a knock?
It's
not
the
a
system
knock.
he's running.
Like game manager's a different term. Game manager
Yeah.
is like, we can't let this guy lose us the game. We need to let him manage the game, give it to talented people that can win the game for us. System quarterbacks are quarterbacks to me that have found a system that suits them and that they're successful in. That's what it is to me.
But that's not even on the court. That's on the coach. To do
100%
that.
it's on the coach and the player, finding that match and finding a way that they all work. So Skylar Thompson was just awful. Awful. Like they're in real trouble, Miami. They're
Yeah, I
in
agree.
real trouble because Tyreek Hill was already carrying on like an idiot. So, lock your daughters up because he'll be swinging over the next week.
Wow.
Guy's a psycho.
Swanging.
He's a piece of shit. I'm sick of Tyreek Hill. I hope his career falls apart. I can't stand him.
I don't like him as a man, but he's a good football player.
Great football player, and his season's basically over. Like unless
what
they can,
are they gonna- what are they
they
gonna
got
do?
Tim Boyle. Skylar Thompson also got hurt. He got hit real bad.
Who can they get? Who can they get off the couch?
Joe Flacco.
No,
What about-
he's
what
at
about-
the Jets?
No, he's not at the Jets.
He's somewhere. We did this a couple of weeks ago.
Colts.
Colts. You're right.
What about who can they get?
Who do you want? I don't know. There's no one. Tom Brady? Can't. He's an owner.
Get Snoop.
Snoop Dogg.
What about Jimmy GQ?
Jimmy G.
Jimmy
He's the
G's-
backup at the Rams
Yes.
behind Stafford. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
he's at the Rams.
I'll be making a call.
Him and Stenson.
Baker.
No, Baker's starting. He's not going to move.
All right. Tell me, would you take the risk?
And trade
do
for
we-
Baker.
Would you? No one. They're not giving up Baker.
No way.
Bryce Young. If the Panthers call and go, hey, if you
I'm
give us-
going with GQ over.
if
Bryce
you give
Young.
us a 5th round pick for Bryce Young, we'll give him to you.
I'm going with Jimmy GQ over Bryce Young every day of the week.
Yeah, but what they would want
No,
for Jimmy
why?
G is definitely a lot
What do you
more
mean,
than what you
why?
can get Bryce Young for.
Why? Jimmy hasn't been good for 5 years.
Bryce Young ain't good at all.
He was good closer when he was at college.
No, but you could, if you want Jimmy G, the Rams would be asking for a second.
A second round pick? No,
no
way.
way they done it.
Yes, they would.
They got Stetson Bennett. Go get Stetson Bennett.
In Miami?
Yeah.
In this climate? He's already a recovering alcoholic.
I'm not. I was mucking around there for a minute, but like the more you think about it, the
Yeah,
more
go get Jimmy G.
Go
Yeah,
get
go-
Jimmy G.
I'll tell you one thing with the Dolphins. They got to do something. And they got to do
We're
it
gonna do
quick.
something because he's
Yeah,
got plenty of weapons to
their-
throw
their
to.
season's full.
He's got plenty of guys to throw to, and they've got a good running game. Like I reckon he would be okay there.
If Drake May is going to become the starter at the Patriots, can we have Brissett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in division, they probably wouldn't do that. They're probably going to enjoy the Dolphins having no quarterback. I
Hey,
don't
you heard it here first. Jimmy GQ to Miami.
Yeah, he'd fit in there. The ladies.
Absolutely.
He wouldn't be the handsomest guy in Miami.
Doesn't matter. He's
He'd be handsome enough. Don't get me wrong,
Handsome
George,
enough,
but
but
he
But
wouldn't be.
he's going to be the handsome young, not Cuban.
Yeah,
He won't.
yeah.
He's the only
In,
white
in
guy
LA,
there.
in LA, he's DeBella the ball.
No. In LA, he's a 7.
He's in
He's
LA.
A, he's
he's
a
in,
6 or a 7.
he's in LA 9, and you shut your mouth.
He's a Miami 10.
Oh, you reckon because the sun hits him, bit of that Italian shade.
And he's not
Yeah.
Cuban. Everyone looks
Hey,
like him in
this
like
is getting,
LA.
This is getting a little zesty. here,
Everyone
folks.
looks like Jimmy G in LA.
Can we pull this back, please?
In Hollywood,
So good.
Can we talk about the game of the week?
No, we can't.
Rams stun the 49ers.
Stafford's a dog.
Stafford a dog.
He had
I told
dog-
you.
they led that game for 2 seconds.
I told you.
Final field goal.
I told you, man.
Final field goal.
How good.
Without, but I will say I will give Shanahan credit and
Purdy
McVay
looks so
credit.
good. Purdy looks so good.
Purdy
too.
looked great. He was missing Debo, which is a big part of it. They lost or left tackle Trent Williams at one point in the game.
And no CMC, obviously.
No CMC, who's going to get like a specialist report now
Yeah.
for his tendonitis.
Yeah. So that's gonna linger for a while.
Yeah,
Is that the season?
It's
Rocky gone early. I like it.
It is scarily looking like he's going to be out of action for longer than what
Yeah.
everyone thought.
That Madden curse.
if you just paid him how much you paid him, why would you rush him back?
You wouldn't rush him back. I'm not disagreeing with you. Well, what I'm saying is they need him.
Have him? No, they don't. Have him ready for the playoffs. They'll be fine. Rams division team. It's not that. People saying it's like one of the worst losses ever. It's
No,
not
it's
that bad
not
a
the
loss.
worst. I was just
It's
saying
a
it was a great
division
game.
team against a good quarterback where you're both a bit dinged up.
Yeah, but
Went to the wire.
the
Stafford got on a run.
circumstances that the way the Rams won, no receivers, basically no O line. Like that's a big.
Do you want to
win.
know what it comes down to a bit as well? This might be a bit out of line, but receivers don't mean as much as people think they do. I'm not saying they're not important. They're
I agree with that.
they're super important, but
They're not important?
a good quarterback makes receivers good.
Well,
If you've got receivers that can run routes, understand the
I
offense.
watched my team, the Eagles, play, and we had obviously AJ Brown was out, and
I
we
did
lost,
say that.
We lost Smith halfway through the game.
That was a disgusting
That was
hit.
a dirty hit in the back as well. That was so bad.
awful.
That was so bad. He
And
should
the
have
one
been-
on Slay on the sideline
Yeah,
was bad too.
that should have been ejected. For
Who
that.
were they playing again? The Eagles?
Saints.
Saints, yeah.
They
I did
came
I
as
did
well.
enjoy the Saints crashing back down to earth, in fairness, after what they did to the Cowboys last week.
Yeah.
I did, well, not often I enjoy what
The
the
de-
Eagles
the de-
do, but I appreciated
Their
it.
defense looked good.
Yeah,
And our offense looked terrible. But the reason I brought it up is that
Bring
we
it
had
up.
we had no receivers, and Hertz looked bad.
And this
Lucky,
is and
lucky
this
we
is
had
my
Dallas
point.
got it. Lucky we had Dallas got it. Otherwise, I don't even know how we won that game. That was
And this is my point, right?
Dallas
got and I'm not-
17 yards.
It was wild.
dude.
It was
He
wild.
looked so good.
That
went
last
10
catch
for
he got,
170.
that was just absolute
Up the
luck
sideline,
that
yeah.
the corner, the two corners ran into each other.
That pick play, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a pick play. The defenders ran into each other. It was a good route. It was a good. It was a
No,
good play.
he
call.
ran that slat. He
Yeah,
ran,
it was-
he ran
it
his
was a-
defender into the other.
It was a
defender.
good play. It was a good
Yeah.
play. Don't get me wrong, but Hurts literally won that game because of Saquon and him hitting that pass to Dallas Goedert.
100%.
And this is almost you've proven my point without meaning to prove it. Stafford is a much better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, which we all agree with.
I 100% agree.
That's
with
what I'm saying. If you put Stafford in Hurts' situation, he
He
probably finds a way.
He probably tears that.
He
Saints
probably
defense
finds a way
apart.
to still get some stuff done.
Yeah.
This is my point. And I'm not saying I'm not.
Especially with that
there's-
running game as
There's
well.
plenty of quarterbacks that have this problem, like the Dolphins. You reckon if Tua there and he loses Waddle, Hill, and whoever their tight end is this week, or A-Chain, he's going to struggle too.
Yeah, no doubt.
The good quarterbacks, if you can get one of these just like generational guys, and they make receivers.
Well, Brady
good. And
proved
Stafford's at
that point for over a
They
decade.
never paid receivers except for
Revolving
Randy
door
Moss.
of receivers, and he was always up there.
Give me some short white guys and Randy Moss, and I'll make it work.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with it.
That's my point. Like, I just think Stafford was great. Eagles, that game was ugly. There was some I'm
tell you what,
not
I was
saying
happy
like
to
there was
see.
some brawls, man.
Tell you what, I was happy to see our D line actually playing like
Jalen Carter.
properly.
Do you know what worried me? Jalen Carter's meltdown at the end of the game, a bit
Yeah.
to Tyrann Mathieu. All the team trying to calm him down, and he wouldn't stop. If Fletcher Cox there, do you reckon that's happening?
No, I said that at the
No,
start.
no,
of the
I'm
season.
saying because I know this has
Lost
been
a
your
lot of
point for a
leaders.
while. Real lack of leadership there
Yeah,
because they had Dom trying to calm down a player on the sideline.
yeah, it's crazy.
He's on the coaching staff now.
Yeah, Dom.
They had to put
You know
him on
what,
the coaching
Dom?
staff.
I know we're trying not to swear tonight, but fuck off, Dom.
Yeah,
I'm sick of that dude.
I've been on this.
I know what you mean.
I'm sick of-
Welcome.
Yeah, there's some
A lot of that. That's more of that Nick Sirianni bullshit I've been talking about.
there's some culture issues. there. Some culture issues.
Saquon looks really good though.
Saquon's been a great move. In fairness to the Giants, though, Neighbours, yeah,
Neighbours is a stud, bro.
Yeah, he's real
He's
good.
so good.
I think he's had the most yards and touchdowns and catches in the
Yes.
first 3 games ever.
Yeah.
Maybe not yards, but I think combined everything. Yards as well.
Combined yards, receptions, and touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been very good. And in fairness to Daniel Jones, the last couple of
looked-
weeks
he
he's
looked okay.
been much better.
You know what the issue is?
What?
He's going to play so well that they stick with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh,
he's going to get himself another year.
That's a call and a half.
They
from
will
you,
stick.
Brocky.
They will stick with Daniel Jones. But the Giants, as much as we say they're shit, they're not the worst team.
I don't say they're shit. I just don't like them.
I know you don't like them.
I hate them.
A lot of people don't like them.
You know what I've thought about? I hate them.
A lot of people don't like them and don't rate them. They're
Yeah,
not the worst team. They got a good defense. They got good. They got a good receiver. They're off field. They're
Why are you trying
trash.
to do this? Why are you trying to upset me tonight?
Because I'm on the Giants. Give me the Giants. Alien gunship.
Giants Cowboys this week. Who you got?
Giants.
You
I
know
want
what?
Iguodala.
I'm not even going to argue. Iguodala.
Fucking Max Kellerman. Oh, that's awful.
Nah, the Dallas will fight back and actually beat Giants, but I don't mind the
I'd
Giants.
hope so. The season's over. But I don't know. Neighbours looks good. I don't like the Giants. Singletary looks all right. Like, the more I think about all these, like, mid-tier running backs that teams signed, I'm like, why did the Cowboys sign Zeke Elliott? As much as I like him, why did they sign Singletary? He looks okay. Looks like he can run at least. Like,
Yeah.
Bit of nostalgia, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, like, why didn't they just maybe sign a better guy? Like,
Hey, I got a question for the chat.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, talk to me.
Has anyone seen Josh Allen and Superman in the same room together?
He is Superman.
He's so good.
He's MVP. I'm telling you, he's winning
He's
MVP
so
this year.
good, man.
He's winning it.
Yeah, I don't know how that call actually.
What he did to the Jags.
Like, the Jags aren't great, but he took the absolute PISS.
Aren't great. The game was over at quarter time. Like,
Jags are bad.
The Jags.
The Jags are bad.
you know what the Jags are doing? Quitting. They quitting.
I don't hate that.
Doug
as a
Peterson
call.
will not last the year.
Yeah.
He will not last. I don't think he'll last till
Yeah, but
mid-season.
How can they quit? They just paid Lawrence $55 million a year, man. How can they quit 3 games in?
I can also see, like, they fire Peterson. So a new coach comes in, they get some fancy Fandango offensive dude, Cullen Moore sort of guy. Not saying him, but someone like him, and he comes in. Lawrence is good. I can see that happening.
Sure.
Like, I don't think they're doomed. I don't think it's like, hey, get rid of everyone, rebuild. Like, you have to keep Lawrence because what's the alternative? We've said it all. Said like, if they don't
water.
re-sign Lawrence this year,
There is no
and then-
alternative. They've already bet the farm on him.
yeah. So but if they hadn't assigned him this start of this season and he's playing like this, what do they do? Do they
Mac Jones.
Well,
the cork?
they're 0-3. So if it keeps going like this, they're drafting a quarterback.
Let's go McCorkle.
Uncorkle him is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Pop the McCorkle. I'm with you.
Uncork the Corkle.
Yeah, I'm in. No,
So
I just I don't. I think they're bad. They're 1-8 in their last 9
Further to my
games.
question, I just want to read his stat line for the
Yeah,
Bucks.
no, hit me with it because I love
23 of 30, 263 yards, 4 tutties, and to go along with it, 6 carries for 44 yards. The guy's an absolute machine, man.
I don't know if I can love him more. We thought they'd struggle this year. They look better. They're a better team
They're a
this
lot-
year than they were last year.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you cut out a cancer in your receiving core.
Stephon Diggs.
I don't hate that call.
Stephon Diggs having a meltdown
But
in
also,
the Texans
it-
game on the weekend.
It
He
goes,
was a big silk.
yeah, he was
It's-
having a
it's
massive
already
silk.
started.
Yeah. It goes back to what you said preseason that they've just said, you know what, Josh, we're riding or dying with you.
I picked him. Me and Scotty sat on this couch,
Yeah.
maybe holding hands, maybe not. I don't know. Yes, we were.
They were holding something else.
We were holding hands. We were having a little cuddle.
Hey,
They
this
want
is-
from us. We're very friendly.
This is a PG podcast, man.
we were holding hands.
They did a Dutch rudder.
And we,
Wow.
yeah, it's not. It's actually not gay if you Dutch rudder. like at all.
Ask
Actually.
Diddy.
Are you speaking from experience? Or?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Just
Speaking from-
clarifying.
I defended it in court and I won.
Just clarifying.
I just defended it in straight court and I won. No, but we picked him as our MVP because if they're going to be good this year, which is looking like they are now,
Yeah.
he's going to be the MVP.
Yeah.
The narrative is there. His play is there. He's again. He must be Superman because I haven't seen him in the same room.
Right.
He
That's why I had to
even
say
have,
it.
He does have to win the conference for him to be MVP.
Nah, he's that
They can
important to them.
They can finish third in the conference and still win
They
MVP.
also strike in a lot of different ways. Like this week, it was Dalton Kincaid's turn to get a few catches. Last week it was the receiver. They can run the ball. Knox. They can run the ball with Cooks.
He's good, yeah.
Like they've got some.
Got some good pieces, yeah, I agree.
And then they've got Josh Allen, who's the best piece.
And as we've always
If
said,
you're
without
picking a
without
quarterback,
a quarterback,
if you're
you
picking
can't-
a quarterback right now, I'm struggling to not take him.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to not take him.
It's fair.
Like it's a real legitimate argument with him, Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson's purely because there's no one that does what he can do.
Yeah.
No one.
If I'm picking pure quarterback,
I think Josh Allen's it.
Josh Allen is.
He has all the
Yeah,
traits.
I'm taking the bigger man.
Yes.
Over Lamar, I'm taking the bigger man.
Yeah, look, I think, but like it was always like Mahomes than everyone else. I think Josh Allen, again,
Mahomes
week 3 overreaction. I think he's on the same level as Mahomes right now,
Mahomes' wins this year have come from the refs bailing him out and from defense.
and a
Getting
toe
stops.
being out of
In a
bounds.
so being out of bounds.
Oh fuck.
But like Mahomes hasn't been. I know they've got some new receivers and like that. And I know with the game on the line, he's probably going to win you a football game. I get all that, but he hasn't been spectacular. His numbers have not been good. Josh Allen has been
You
spectacular.
know who Josh Allen reminds me a lot of? Peyton Manning. Where you just feel comfortable with him throwing the ball.
Yeah, I do. I
just
get
feel
like you're not
comfortable.
saying the same style of play. You're saying just the same feeling.
Just the same feel like
like you just worry. I just don't think. And if he does stuff up, I'm like he's going to make up for it.
yes,
Like the next drive.
he has a 5-step drop and the ball comes out and you just know he hasn't forced anything. He's just picked the perfect spot.
so good.
Balls out the hand. In
This season from him is reminding me of Cam Newton in 2015.
Yeah, good call.
That's what's reminding me of. But
Cool.
he's throwing the ball better than Cam Newton.
Great
I
call.
think.
Yeah.
That's similar. It's that
Yeah, but he's
similar
a better
guy.
thrower of the ball.
Yeah,
So,
he's taking over, going. It's my team. We're winning and losing by me.
Can we also mention the Jags are 1-8 since Thanksgiving last year?
Outrageous.
And that one win was Carolina Panthers.
They weren't they 8-3 at Thanksgiving last year? Like they were 3 games clear of the
Yes.
division. Something
Wow.
wild.
They had
like
won
that.
8 games. Yep.
Yeah, like I just remember us doing the podcast. I mean, like they're home. No one's catching them.
Yep.
Colts aren't catching them. Texans aren't catching them. Yeah, they caught them.
That's a crazy stat. So last thing I want to talk about, guys,
302 days
tonight.
ago.
Is
Yeah.
it bye bye Bengals? It kind of has to be, right?
Statistically,
What's the chances? What is it? It's like
well, got to remember there's 7 teams make the playoffs now.
yeah,
And there's an extra game.
right.
So 0-3 isn't completely over, but it's very, very tough. I think they went 0-3 last year. Oh no, they got hurt last year. I think it was the year before they went 0-3 and won the division still. The Bills went 0-3 last year
right.
and won the division.
Yeah.
So it's not, but to answer your question without in a roundabout way, no, I don't think it's bye Bengals yet. I felt really sorry for Joe Burrow. I'm feeling really sorry for him. He's trying his absolute guts out. And
No
this
doubt.
week, last week it was Jamar Chase not shutting his mouth that let him down.
Yep.
This week it was his defense. Jaden Daniels has been the best rookie quarterback so far this year. It's not even close.
Yep.
Like he's dynamic.
All the other rookies have struggled. He's the only one that's looked.
He's
okay.
one that's looked good.
Yeah.
They could not stop him. He passed for over 90% completion
That's
in a game.
crazy.
To let a rookie quarterback do that to you as a defense and not try and mix
nearly
it up,
40 points. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's disgusting. And they didn't blitz him. They didn't try. I'm telling you, if that's getting the single, I'm like, he's torching us anyway. Let's press these receivers and let's blitz this kid and see how he does
Try
it.
something.
And if
man.
he torches us, well, we got to live and die by it by now. Because what they did wasn't the answer. Because Joe Burrow kept scoring, and Jaden Daniels was just with that little lead, just kept going, nope, I'm going to score again. I'm going to score again.
Yep.
There's a 2.4% chance they make playoffs.
That's all it is.
Yep.
That's
2.4.
very low.
From what I've seen right now from them,
One team has done it since 2000.
from Owens 3.
0-3.
Is that including the Bills? Is that the Bills last year? I'm certain they were 0-3. Maybe they were 1-4.
But they're 1-4, I reckon.
Because they lost to the Jets week 1. I reckon you're right. I reckon they lost
they were
1-1 and then lost. Yeah. Either way, it's very tough from here. And from what I've seen from the Bengals, I don't think they can do it. I really do. I don't. I don't think they can.
Joe Burrow looks more like a lesbian every game. He's going to look like Alan DeGeneres by the end of the year.
I was not ready for that.
No, me neither.
Nowhere.
I'm actually stunned by it.
Who's zestier? If Caleb Williams had his haircut, they'd be the zestiest man in the world.
He already is.
You reckon he's the zestiest guy you've ever seen?
Is this guy in the NFL by a mile?
No, who was... Stop, James.
Sam Clark.
No, I stopped myself.
Is-
Who was that DN that played for the Bucks that was actually gay? That's what I was going to say. Like he was,
and the Raiders too.
he was legitimately gay.
Hey,
Decent player too.
tackle Steaks. He did get Steaks.
No, that's Michael Sam. He never played in the NFL. He was just the first NFL drafted player to say he was gay. There was a gay defensive end.
His name was Carl Nassib.
Carl Nassib. He was a good player. He played for like 8 or 9 years. He was a good player. But yeah, he was probably zesty. He just didn't act like it. Before we get out of here, I got one more for you. Seahawks.
Ooh.
They are the softest 3-0 I've seen.
Yeah, but you got to beat who's in front
I
of you.
know. I'm just saying. And my next comment was, but I like them. There's something about them.
For that division, for them to start 3-0, it's actually a great start.
It's a
Wild.
fantastic start.
So who have they beaten, Brock? Can you get me up to the beaten? Because I was like, well, they beat the Dolphins this week without Tua.
They beat Bo
With their
Nix.
first game with Skylar Thompson. They beat Bo Nix in his first game ever as a quarterback.
They beat the Patriots in overtime.
And they beat the Patriots in overtime.
Doesn't matter. They're still.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's the softest 3-0 ever. I like them, but it's the softest 3-0 ever.
You know what-
Who they
Find
got-
me a softer 3-0.
Who they got this week?
So they have the Detroit Lions, Giants, and then 49ers. If they come out of that 4-2, 5
Very, very likely.
5-1,
Can they beat Detroit this week? I reckon they can beat
they
Detroit.
could beat Detroit this week.
Detroit aren't playing that well.
Dan Campbell too busy moving houses.
Hey, do you no. You're not. You've attacked Drew Brees. You attacked me a little bit, which I expect. Don't get me wrong.
This is our friendship, James.
You attack something else. Don't turn on Dan Campbell. We all love Dan Campbell.
we're
He's not Jason Kelsey. We are not off him.
No. We're not off Kelsey. Who said that?
We're a bit
I never endorsed that.
Oh,
No.
It's a 2v1 vote here.
we're a little bit off Kelsey.
We're off Kelsey.
No. I'm on him.
Well,
Shout out to Kelsey.
while we're on the Kelsey name, sidetrack. Taylor Swift fans are on Instagram and Twitter
Oh, here we go.
breaking down film of Patrick Mahomes not throwing the ball to Travis Kelsey,
I've seen this.
and it is the funniest thing
Wild.
to see.
There he is,
These-
wide open. Why are they doing it to
These
him?
comments are the best comments because they don't know football. He is not wide open. And
It's
they're
so
breaking
funny.
down the film.
Joy, it's honestly hilarious.
See, this is.
I'll send you the clip.
Some would say
No, I don't
it's
wanna
a-
see the clip. I
Some
don't
would
wanna
say
see it.
it's a new eras tour of football.
This is the fucking problem. This is the
Hey,
problem.
what? Swear jar.
Swedge up.
Nah, it's
No,
okay.
that deserved it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This is the problem.
That's the problem, isn't it?
But before we get past that, I really feel like Travis Kelsey doesn't look like he cares at the moment.
Why would he? His breakup is in 3 days, Brock.
It's
okay?
no, it's the fact that it's hard to like get up and fight when you're sleeping in silk sheets. It's hard for him to actually care about football when he's making $100 million on a podcast. Like new heights.
Do you know
Give us
what's
some money our way.
crazy?
We'll be big Travis Kelsey fans.
he just got. This is the scariest Travis Kelsey stat. His podcast just earned him and Jason Kelsey more money than they earned in their playing careers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
This
to think.
is and going back to your point before. This is why all these players are starting to do all these stupid podcasts while they're still playing because they want to catch.
I
you.
see the point, but you know why I don't mind it? Jason Kelsey finished. I think Travis is finished after this year, personally.
Sure.
I think it's another year and a half, 2 years.
Nah, I think he retires.
He just extended.
I think he's playing for the 3P.
Sure.
And I think Kelsey,
Yeah.
forget about him. Don't worry about his stats. He's around for playoffs.
Yeah.
They're 3-0.
Yeah, they're very much the case of, especially the Chiefs. They can sleepwalk to playoffs.
Yeah.
And turn it on.
Because I don't think the
Oh,
division.
no,
like,
you're
do we-
spot on, Brocky.
do we
Far
think the
out.
division's good? The Chargers look like they're going to miss Herbert for a couple of weeks. Herbert's dinged up. I'm
Raiders are no
enjoying
good.
the Chargers. I really am enjoying them, but I don't think they're that talented. I'm liking them.
They're
don't get me
not
wrong.
talented yet.
They're not. I think they will be. Give them a couple of years, maybe next year, the year after. I think so.
I love JK, but he's not the answer at the moment. He's too injured.
Ra-
Gus Bust is
Raiders are
not
no
the
good.
guy.
Raiders just lost to the Panthers.
What's
Like,
the other
they
thing?
are
Bo Nix.
awful. And then Bo Nix, like he got his first win. Yeah, he played okay. He threw 2 interceptions. He ran for a touch. Like he is what we thought he was.
Yeah, he's Bo
To,
Nix.
to quote Herm Edwards.
Also,
No, that's not Herm Edwards. That was Darrell Green. Rest in peace.
Gridiron Heights do a thing every year where the rookie quarterbacks always have like a real high pitched voice.
Yes.
Bo Nix this year, deep voice.
Really?
Yeah, he's 38 years old.
That's the
bro.
thing. Because he's so old, he has like a normal voice. It's
He's had more reps than Patrick Mahomes.
when I heard it, it was the most hilarious thing I've because I wasn't expecting it. It's
do you know what?
fantastic.
What? Just really quickly before we get everyone Bo Nix, I did enjoy it on the. I am enjoying.
come on.
He's enjoyable.
I'm on the Bo Nix
He
fake.
runs around like crazy. He's like got his hair on fire. Like he's wild. Like, is he good? No.
He's an
But
older Drew Lock.
fun.
He's an older Drew Lock.
He's a more athletic Drew Lock.
Yeah, it's just fun.
He's got more experience. You know.
I think
I
as
like
the-
Denver being good because
I
they're
think
just
as the weeks go
They're
by,
not good.
Peyton's going to work with him. He's going to improve.
Yeah.
That's what, I like them. I like them to be good because
Again,
fun.
he's got traits. I don't watch him and go, this guy can't play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like I watch Bryce Young. Like I watch, who's the other guy talking about tonight? Like, you know, we've seen them all. We've seen plenty of them. There's just guys that just you watch and you're like, yeah,
he has tangibles.
I don't know. Like I watching Drake May, I don't know if Drake May's got tangibles. I think Drake May would have to be in the perfect scenario to be successful, and I don't think that's New England.
Definitely not.
He might surprise me, but I don't know. Yeah, Zach Wilson didn't have tangibles. Short.
Yeah, he had some good
He
tangibles
knew
on
how
the
to
field.
he knew how to hunt some mums. Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, make sure I'll do the wheel spin tomorrow. I wasn't on the live show Sunday night. Do it tomorrow. Thanks to the boys who have signed up. Had another one sign up tonight. Really appreciate it. Get on it, Patreon. Guys, it goes a long way to helping us out. It's not only just about the voucher. Like, we love Sporting Globe for that voucher. It's unbelievable. And thanks to them and thanks to Dave for doing that. But it's about helping support us. We're trying to do a lot of different things with the videos, the clips, all this sort of stuff. We're trying to get our names out there a bit more and really focus down and knuckle down this season. So if you can do it, it goes a long way to helping us out. So don't think it's just the voucher's just a bonus that the Sporting Globe are helping us out with. It is truly, we all appreciate it. It goes, like, everyone that signs up, it brings a smile to my face. Like, it's great. I love the
Amen.
support.
Amen to that.
So,
Amen.
and shout out to Jer for sending in thing, Skinny for sending in. Keep it up. We love people sending.
I
If ever
want-
you're thinking, I don't want them to send something in, send it in. 'Cause
No,
we do.
no.
Oh, we
I'm
love it.
telling you now, point blank, send stuff in.
Yep.
Do it.
If it's not on the show, it's in the group chat, and it makes our day, boys.
No. If
100%.
a listener sends something in, I'll make sure it ends up on the show.
Hey, well,
That's a personal guarantee
all
from
You
me.
don't have that.
All right,
You have
Mr.
that
George.
editing control.
Excuse me, I do.
Oh, okay.
Red Cup betting Sunday 8:30 around that time on our
In-
Facebook Live
In the restaurant this week.
at Churnside Park Sporting Globe. Make sure you get down, get a Palmer, get a pot. Grand final Saturday. Great day.
Boom.
Beautiful. Shout out Paddy Krebs. See you, boys.